In the quaint town of Elmwood, nestled amidst rolling hills and dotted with charming cottages, the Johnson family lived a simple, happy life. George and Mary Johnson, along with their two children, 10-year-old Tommy and 8-year-old Emma, were well known in the town for their kindness, and their two energetic dogs, Max and Bella, and their aloof but endearing cat, Whiskers. One sunny morning, George received a knock on the door from a neighbor. It was the adult daughter of the family who owned a nearby farm. She was distressed. "I've got a situation. A calf's mother was taken to a dairy factory farm, and my father says they are going to dispose of her baby because it's a male. I couldn't bear to let that happen. Could you and Mary take him in?" George didn't hesitate. "Of course. Bring him over." When she arrived with the tiny calf, Tommy and Emma's eyes widened in awe. The calf, barely a week old, wobbled on unsteady legs, his large brown eyes full of innocence and curiosity. "We'll call him Buster," Tommy exclaimed, his face lighting up with excitement. Bella, the older dog, approached Buster with gentle caution, sniffing him all over. Satisfied, she nuzzled the calf, and Buster responded by nuzzling back, thinking Bella might be his mother. Max, the younger dog, barked excitedly, running circles around the new addition, while Whiskers observed from a distance with typical feline indifference. The Johnsons quickly adjusted to having Buster around. Mary set up a cozy corner in the barn with soft hay, and Buster soon made himself at home. Bella, ever the maternal figure, took Buster under her paw. She would gently herd him around the yard, making sure he didn't stray too far. Tommy and Emma loved watching Bella mother Buster, often giggling at the sight of a dog leading a calf around. One particularly funny moment happened when Buster, still unsteady on his feet, tried to chase Max around the yard. The sight of a wobbly calf trying to keep up with a swift dog was too much for Tommy and Emma, who burst into fits of laughter. Buster, undeterred, eventually gave up and flopped down next to Bella, who licked his face reassuringly. As the weeks went by, Buster grew stronger and more playful. He formed a unique bond with each member of the family. Tommy loved to read to Buster, believing the calf enjoyed the sound of his voice. Emma, ever the artist, would draw pictures of Buster, capturing his playful spirit with vibrant colors. One afternoon, Emma decided Buster needed a makeover. With Tommy's help, they draped him in a garland of flowers and painted spots on him with washable paint, turning him into a colorful spectacle. Buster seemed to enjoy the attention, strutting around the yard as if he knew he was the star of the show. Even Whiskers, usually aloof, came to investigate the newly decorated calf, batting at the flowers with her paw. Tommy's curiosity about Buster's background led him to research the dairy industry. What he discovered shocked and saddened him. He learned about the harsh realities of factory farming and how male calves like Buster were often seen as disposable byproducts. Determined to make a change, Tommy vowed never to consume dairy again. At dinner that evening, Tommy shared his decision with his family. "Mom, Dad, I've been reading about the dairy industry. What they do to cows is terrible. I'm not going to drink milk or eat cheese anymore. There are plant-based options we can try." Mary and George were impressed by Tommy's conviction. "We're proud of you, Tommy," George said. "We can definitely try plant-based milk and cheese. It's important to stand up for what you believe in." Emma chimed in. "I want to try them too. If it helps animals like Buster, I'm all for it." The Johnson family embraced their new lifestyle with enthusiasm. They tried almond milk, soy milk, and oat milk, discovering that they enjoyed the taste. They experimented with vegan cheese and yogurt, finding new favorite recipes and learning to cook delicious plant-based meals together. One evening, Mary prepared a plant-based lasagna that became an instant hit. "This is amazing, Mom!" Tommy exclaimed, his mouth full of cheesy goodness. "Who knew vegan cheese could taste this good?" George added, helping himself to a second serving. Even Buster seemed to approve, playfully nudging Mary as she set down her plate, hoping for a taste. Inspired by their success, Tommy decided to spread the word about plant-based options. He started a blog called Buster's Friends, where he shared his family's journey and provided tips for others interested in making the switch. His posts included funny anecdotes about Buster's antics, like the time Buster managed to sneak into the house and made a mess in the kitchen, leaving flour hoofprints everywhere. Tommy's blog quickly gained a following, with people from all over the country writing in to share their own experiences and ask for advice. He even got featured in the local newspaper, which made him a mini celebrity in Elmwood. The Johnsons' commitment to a plant-based lifestyle inspired others in Elmwood. The local grocery store began stocking more plant-based products, and the town's cafe introduced a special vegan menu. Neighbors and friends came by to learn more and try Mary's delicious vegan lasagna. The Johnsons hosted a community picnic in their yard, featuring all plant-based dishes. Buster, now a sturdy young bull, wandered among the guests, enjoying the attention and the occasional treat. Bella and Max played with the children, while Whiskers found a sunny spot to nap, occasionally opening one eye to keep an eye on the festivities. As the anniversary of Buster's arrival approached, the Johnsons decided to celebrate with a special party. They decorated the yard with balloons and streamers, and Mary baked a giant carrot cake for Buster. The townspeople gathered, bringing gifts and treats for their beloved calf. Tommy gave a heartfelt speech, thanking everyone for their support and sharing how Buster had changed their lives. Buster showed us the importance of compassion and the difference one family can make. We're so grateful to have him as part of our family. Buster, sensing the occasion, trotted over and nuzzled Tommy, who laughed and hugged his furry friend. Buster's story continued to inspire people far beyond Elmwood. Tommy's blog grew in popularity, and he was invited to speak at events and schools about the benefits of a plant-based lifestyle and the importance of animal welfare. The Johnsons received letters from families who had adopted animals in need, inspired by Buster's tale. Buster had become a symbol of hope and kindness, reminding people of the impact they could have on the world. Years passed, and Buster grew into a magnificent bull, still playful and full of life. Bella, ever the motherly figure, continued to watch over him, while Max and Whiskers remained his faithful companions. The Johnsons' yard, once just a simple plot of land, had become a sanctuary of sorts, where animals and humans lived in harmony. Tommy and Emma, now teenagers, remained committed to their plant-based lifestyle, grateful for the lessons Buster had taught them. And so, in the small town of Elmwood, the Johnson family and their beloved calf-turned-bull continued to thrive, their story a testament to the power of love, compassion, and a little bit of humor.